Hello everyone, welcome to the Steno Success Classes. Shorthand Dictation at a speed of 100 words per minute, exercise number 5. Start. I do not know much about international law, but every person who has to dabble in public affairs inevitably comes up against it and has to take the advice of experts. I have a vague recollection that, connected with this area of international law, there were at various times in the history of Europe concepts like the Holy Alliance, a certain number of countries binding themselves together for various reasons against other countries or other forces which did not go along with their thinking, that, of course, in contrary to the very concept of internationalism. Today, we see certain tendencies of the revival of holy alliances. They are not called by that name, but certain groups of nations function more or less on the basis of the holy alliance idea. They consider themselves the center of the world and expect other countries to fall in line. This may have some justification, but it does put these other countries in an embarrassing position. Either one joins the Holy Alliance or one is outside the pale of international law. In a sense, the emergence of Asian and African countries as independent nations and this return to the Holy Alliance idea make it important that concepts of international law should be examined closely. Para, let us take the United Nations. I think it was supposed to be an international organization inclusive of all the independent nations of the world. There is a tendency, however, to regard it as something less than that, a tendency which I suppose emanates from the Holy Alliance idea. This in turn has affected other problems also. Politicians and statesmen who discuss such problems are naturally influenced by their political approach, and so we do not get what might be called a scholarly objective estimate. Further, it so happens that what we generally get is the non Asian or non African side. I respect that side, but it is possible that the scholars of that persuasion might not bear in mind some aspects which would be obvious to Asian scholars and jurists. Therefore, it is desirable that the various aspects of international law should be considered objectively and in a scholarly manner by the eminent lawyers and jurists of Asia and Africa. Nowadays, many words and phrases are used, the dictionary meaning and significance of which have changed completely in the hands of politicians, that is, people of my tribe. Stop.